All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Brakatha Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Give double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to our sincere brothers that goes out on the highways and the byways, risking their lives. And shalom to our sincere brothers and sisters supporting this ministry. Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah. Yeah, what I want to speak about today is, the Most High set up ESAU to be a hunter, right? To devour everything in his sight, right? That's ESAU, the so-called white man, right? That's what he does, right? When he does something, he doesn't have any consideration. When he goes in, he goes all in, right? Not caring about humanity, not caring about the earth, right? That's ESAU altogether. And you know what? It will come to an end one day. That's why we need Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. We need Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. Let the Most High know what he's doing, right? He knows when he's ready to say to his son, come my son, right? Do your job, right? And bring back our children. So I just want to bring up this quick video here, and you just get the idea. It's called fracking. They put a pause to it for a little bit. I can't remember how long, if it was a year or 6 months or something. But they're starting again, and it's causing a lot of mayhem, problems, right? Tremors. But that's ESAU altogether. They just don't care. As long as they could get what they want, right? And there's going to be no one that's going to step in their way. That proves that we're in the last days. Because everything is just happening in this generation. Every single thing. Right? And this world is waxing worse and worse. The atmosphere, the people, the environment, you name it. The coral reefs, right? The fish, the whales, all types of sea life is suffering because of ESAU, right? Let's watch these quick videos, Baba Kasha.
We know that if we want to avoid catastrophic global warming, we need to reduce emissions. But it can be quite hard to get your head around how to do that. There's this really simple idea.
This stuff has to be kept in the ground. It cannot be dug up.
Because there's only one reason you get it out of the ground, and that is to burn it.
Leave it in the ground.
Keep oil in the soil and the coal in the hole.
That's Bill's simple proposition.
It's the only way forward.
You actually can't use the majority of the reserves that have been identified by fossil fuel companies.
So this idea of keeping it in the ground comes from Bill McKibben. And there are really three numbers that you need to know.
Three facts.
First is 2 degrees.
2 degrees.
2 degrees.
That is the threshold for dangerous climate change.
Who caused climate
The second
change?
number
565
is 565 gigatons.
gigatons.
Now that's the amount of carbon dioxide that we can safely release into the atmosphere and still have a reasonable chance of staying below 2 degrees.
But
That is kind of a carbon budget.
When you start getting beyond that,
Things start getting really bad.
right, that's ESAU.
And the third number, and this is kind of the scary number, is
2795 gigatons.
now that's the amount of carbon dioxide that would be released if all of the fossil fuel reserves that we know about already were dug up and burned. You will have noticed that 2,795 is a lot bigger than 565.
We have way more fossil fuel in the reserves than we could possibly burn.
If they were to burn those reserves, never mind ones they haven't yet explored, just the ones they've already identified, you would end up emitting so much carbon that you would produce catastrophic climate change.
Astonishingly.
Companies are still looking for more. And in fact, last year I think they spent over 700 billion looking for more.
So there's a real tension there.
And while you are trying to persuade people to change their light bulbs and to drive less often or whatever it might be, if this stuff is still being pumped out of the ground, all those rather feeble measures are going to prove to be useless.
Were we to burn
We can't actually burn.
all the fossil fuels which are there, it would lead to inevitable disaster. There's not a question of it. It's just that
We should be tackling the fossil fuel companies directly. Leave it
In the ground.
in the ground.
This stuff has to be kept in the ground. It cannot be dug up.
it's the only way forward.
Right. See? So you have an idea. Okay? There's many ways that Esau is destroying this earth. Okay? That's why we need Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. And he's coming back. He is definitely coming back in this generation. Okay? So we have to be prepared for his return. Alright, so, I'm going to bring up a couple of scriptures here, right? I'm going to focus on just two, mainly, right? You've got various Sabbaths in the Bible, okay? But I'm going to just focus on two and you'll have an idea. The first one is going to be the land Sabbath. You have the land Sabbath, okay? And you have the holy day of rest Sabbath, right? So let me read the first one. Land Sabbath. Okay? The Sabbath year. And this is in Leviticus 25, 1 to 7. And it reads, And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses in Mount Sinai, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel. You see, all about Israel. This world is for us. Alright? And say unto them, When ye come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto the Lord, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. Right? 6 years thou shalt sow thy field, and 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for the Lord Yahweh. Thou shalt neither sow nor thy field, nor prune thy vineyards. That which groweth of its own accord of thy harvest, thou shalt not reap, neither gather the grapes of thy vine undressed, for it is a year of rest unto the land. And the Sabbath of the land shall be meat for you, for thee, and for thy servant, and for thy maid, and for thy hired servant, and for thy stranger that sojourneth with thee, and for thy cattle, and for thy beasts that are in thy land, shall all the increase thereof be meat. So you need to have a rest. Okay? Look what they're doing. Okay? I know this is pertaining to the food, like the land of harvesting, like harvesting food and stuff. But this earth is a living organism. Okay? It breathes, it needs to breathe. All right, so you need to give it rest. All right, if they want to go off and drill into the ground to extract what they're extracting, okay, give them the benefit of the doubt. If they're off, they're off. If they're going to drill, right, do it for such a time and give it a break, right? For the earth to replenish, right? The earth is actually living and it needs to rest, right? Okay, let me go to Exodus 20, 8 and 11. Now, this one is the holy day of rest. Okay, this is for us. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath day, Sabbath of the Lord Yahweh, thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou not, nor thy son, nor daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. Verse 11. For in 6 days the Lord Yahweh made heaven and earth, okay, the earth that breathes, okay, that needs to be rest, that needs rest, the sea and all, and you see, they destroy the sea also. They don't give the sea rest either, right? For the animals, right? And all that in them is, and rested the seventh day, wherefore the Lord Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Right? So you get that point, what I'm trying to say to you. Right? We need rest. We need rest. The land needs rest. Okay? But Esau has to go overboard. Right? Right? You give him an inch and he takes a mile. Right? You give him a mile, he takes 5 miles. He just does not know when to stop. Right? And that's why we need Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahushai, to return. Right? The Most High know what he was doing when he was making this earth. Right? He knew what he was doing. Right? You see, the Most High is so powerful that whatever he thinks, whatever he does, he knows the outcome of it because he made it. But no, Esau now, right? They just don't think about consequences. They make things for a particular time, but they don't have the end product, right? The end circumstances. They don't know that. Or maybe they do know because they're so damn wicked. Look at plastic. It's cheaper for them to do plastic, right? Than to put liquid, water, anything in bottles. But it's more cheaper for them to put it in plastic. But there is a bitter side to it. Okay? When it comes to depositing it, all right? Disposing of it. That's where the problem lies. So that's what I wanted to say to you, brothers and sisters, right? We need to rest, all right? To be recharged. Because it's all about the Most High, Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahushai. So with that, I give all praises and glory to our everlasting power that never fails, Yahweh and his Son, and double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom. Kwam Yasharallah. Love to you, brothers. Love to you, sisters.